What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Well, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens is making a strong push to win his third overall NFL League MVP award and his second in a row. Lamar Jackson made NFL history in a 41-10 shellacking of the Denver Broncos yesterday. Jackson broke a tie with former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger after recording his fourth career perfect passer rating game with a minimum of 15 attempts. Jackson posted a perfect 158.3 rating in Week 9 after throwing for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns on 16 of 19 passing. A two-time league MVP, Jackson is once again in the middle of conversations for the award. He strengthened his argument by having a perfect game against the Broncos defense that allowed the third fewest points in football through 8 weeks. Jackson spread the field against Denver while continuing to strengthen his rapport with second-year wideout Zay Flowers, who caught 5 passes for 127 yards and a pair of TDs. Jackson, who broke containment all day while continuously frustrating Denver's formidable pass rushers, led the Ravens' top-ranked scoring offense on 7 consecutive drives. Jackson is in a unique situation in that he shares a backfield with another MVP candidate in running back Derrick Henry. Like Jackson, Henry also had a historic day. Henry, who is in pursuit of his third career rushing title, scored 2 touchdowns against the Broncos that included his 100th career rushing touchdown. Henry also tied Adrian Peterson for the second most consecutive seasons with at least 10 touchdowns, that number being 7. Henry could become the first running back since Peterson in 2012 to win league MVP honors. And when you look at Lamar Jackson, his numbers so far this year have been exemplary. He has a 66.9% completion percentage, has already thrown for over 2,000 passing yards, 2,099. He has 17 touchdown passes to go with just 2 interceptions. And more importantly, he has a 5-3 overall record with the Denver Broncos. But of course, the biggest criticisms that have been levied against Lamar Jackson is that he has not yet won a Super Bowl. And I mean, that's pretty fair to be considered one of the great quarterbacks of all time. For the most part, you have to have won a Super Bowl. Although I gotta also say, to be fair as well, most people didn't hold it against Dan Marino. Dan Marino went to a Super Bowl his rookie year, I believe it was, with the Miami Dolphins, but never again appeared in the Super Bowl, in the big game. While some people hold it against him, he was still considered the greatest passer of his generation and one of the greatest quarterbacks of his era, if not one of the top 2 of his era. So, well, I'll say top 3 because I said it was Marino, Elway, Montana, and then I would say with Rice maybe. And then you have Warren Moon in that trajectory. But anyway, if he wins the Super Bowl, whether it's this year or soon, then, where does Lamar Jackson rank? Now, I mean, if he won a third league MVP and he won a Super Bowl this year, where does that put him? Now, I'm not a big NFL historian, but I would think it would put him pretty damn high. I would think it would put him pretty high in the upper echelon of football. But Lamar Jackson has his haters, and we all know, for the most part, what the big reasons are for that. But, those people have their own issues, when it comes to um, their challenges in life and what have you. But anyway, salute to Lamar Jackson on an amazing performance. Oh, by the way, like I said, I'm not the biggest football guy, but someone asked this question for me. Since Lamar Jackson did something that was historic yesterday, right? Tell me, for those of you who really follow football, do you see the old argument of, oh, he's just putting up empty stats? Uh, he is, what's the other one they used? He's stat padding, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous to say that, especially in football. But they're putting that type of crap out there because I have seen a lot of hate toward Lamar Jackson. I don't quite get it. I don't get it because if you're a football player and you stay in the news as far as the wrong things, they criticize you for that. If you don't get in trouble and you play well and there's not a cult of personality around you, like a certain guy from Akron, they still hate on you. Phillip Rivers played the NFL for what, 17 years or something like that? Never won a Super Bowl. I don't believe he ever appeared in a Super Bowl. I don't even know if he ever played in a conference game, title game. No one ever said Phillip Rivers got to do anything. I never seen it. Never seen any pressure on him to win the big game. But anyway, that's all I got to say about the movie. Tell me what you guys think.